get your good luck kiss in. You know.
Dude, I would, if that was one of my teammates, dude, I would have lost my mind on him. I don't know, maybe it's different out here, but like, I don't know, you're being distracted right now by a girl you're probably not going to be dating in 6 months.
Yep, because she's going to graduate and you'll still be in high school.
Oh, I was just saying 'cause it's a high school relationship. Like, dude, do you think any of these kids over here on a 2-time state championship team are running off the field to go get their girlfriends a kiss? Like, dude. I don't know, maybe I'm just like a boomer now.
No, we kill us all on music. Come on.
We got space over there to do a. You gonna play some Run to the Father?
We'll give you something. We'll take you back to the 80s, but.
This won't be quiet. We can do a crowd mic if you'd like.
We can stick it out there, see what we get.
Watch, Jaden's gonna make me eat my words by like getting 100 yards receiving and 3 picks.
Right.
Then I'll be like, yeah, dude, go talk to her every single game. What are you doing in the locker room?
Okay, now how come Taylor can get things going and I can't?
Did you turn it down?
Well, I got somebody singing down there.
Oh no, should I tell Tyson about that? Like, come on now.
Welcome to the Rich Rebel Football Pregame Show, where we are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Today, the Rich Rebels football team takes on the Lyman Eagles in Randolph, Utah, here at Rich High School. Kickoff is scheduled for about 30 minutes from now. When we return, we'll cover our scene set for today's game. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Pam Cornea with Town & Country Realty in beautiful Bear Lake enthusiastically supports the Rich High Rebels.
After all, I raised 4 of them, from football, basketball, wrestling to volleyball. I supported them all. I bleed blue.
The Caribbean of the Rockies, Bear Lake, offers a variety of activities in every season. Pam would love to assist you in finding your own Bear Lake retreat. Call her today, 435-779-0012.
You're tuned into the Rich Rebel Football Pregame Show. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time for the scene set, brought to you by Pam Cornea at Town & Country. Call Pam Cornea today, 435-779-0012. Pam Cornea, of course, selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. And we are getting ready for today's matchup between the Lyman Eagles and the Rich Rebels. The Rebels have a big task in front of them today, as they are playing a 2-time defending state champ in the state of Wyoming in the Lyman Eagles. It's a crisp day outside. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's perfectly cool. I would say it's almost the perfect fall weather for a football game, as none of the players are going to be wearing sleeves. At least for the sake of warmth, they might wear the compression sleeves because they're cool. But it's a beautiful day. We are here at Rich High School. It's another home game for the Rebels, looking to get off the schneid at home, winning their first home ball game, as they are currently in the locker room. The Lyman Eagles are warming up around us. Of course, the mountains in the backdrop are beautiful as ever for the view here from the press box at Rich High School. And it'll be an interesting matchup today. The Rebels want to get a win against a very good team, and now would be a great time to do that, as they are playing a very good team in the Lyman Eagles. Our scene set today has been brought to you by Pam Cornea at Town & Country Realty. Whether you're buying or selling in Bear Lake, Idaho, or Utah, call Pam Cornea today, 435-779-0012. When we come back, we'll visit with Rich High School alumni McKay Jarman, who graduated a couple years ago on the Mountain Valley Cattle Company segment. Where are they now? You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mountain Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mountain Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Time for the Mountain Valley Cattle Company pregame show segment called Where Are They Now? This week we're talking to McKay Jarman, a 2014 graduate of Rich High School. Thanks, McKay, for being part of today's pregame show. I'm here with McKay Jarman, a Rich High School graduate of the class of 2014. Thank you for participating in our Mountain Valley Cattle Company Where Are They Now segment. McKay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's good. I really appreciate you doing this. So from what I hear, my intel that I've gathered, you've moved to the Midwest, the best part of the country, right?
I wouldn't call it the best part of the country, but I am definitely in the Midwest right now. So you're a little biased, I'd say. I think I've got the more clear picture here of out west being better.
I'm sure the listeners have heard ad nauseum that I am, of course, from Michigan. What brought you out to Ohio?
So I got into a medical school out here called Case Western Reserve University, and it's in Cleveland, Ohio. So that's what got me out here. I actually really like Cleveland. It's been a lot nicer. I feel like all the Cleveland slander I've heard is from people who haven't lived in Cleveland.
So what are your goals? You obviously got into medical school. Are you trying to become a doctor? Are you trying to cure cancer?
I have learned that the term cure cancer is kind of a broad spectrum and something that kind of intimidates me. I think I'm going to stick more towards something that is a little simpler, which, funny enough, is like something surgical. It's a little bit more like there's a problem and you go and you fix the problem instead of having to deal with little molecules and cells and stuff. So I'm more of a big picture guy.
Understandable. So what is growing up in a small town and going to a small school like Rich County, what has that done for you? What does that mean to you?
It's actually been really, really helpful here because when you grow up in a small town, like, you're kind of stuck together as a class, and you got to learn how to get along with the people around you, whether you like them or not, because you're in class with them every day. You can't really get away from them, And so I just learned how to get along with everyone, and I got tons of good friends. And then I was able to come out here, and it feels like people were more used to forming cliques because they were able to do that at bigger schools. But I'm just able to relate to everyone because I'm used to having to get along with everyone. So it's actually been a big advantage for me to be able to relate to different people.
What advice would you have for a freshman coming into Rich High School?
I would say, being on this end of it, they do a pretty good job of trying to give you exposure to different career paths, and just to take advantage of those and to try to imagine what your life could be like. Because from a small town, you really can go and do whatever you want to do. You're not limited.
What advice would you give some rebels that want to get in the medical field?
I think the biggest thing is to try to get some exposure to the medical field. I don't know what it's like now, but they did a pretty good job of trying to keep some medical classes. Like, we had a medical terminology class, which has helped me enormously in medical school still. Shout out to Carrie Pugmire. I don't know if she's still there. She was great, but I would just take any classes that they have on that. And then if you can reach out and try to shadow a doctor or a PA or someone who's in the medical field, I think that is also good so you can see what it's actually like.
We want to thank McKay Jarman for talking with us today and giving us an update on Where Are They Now. And thanks to Mountain Valley Cattle Company, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, for making this segment of today's game possible. Mountain Valley Cattle Company, supporting Rich Rebels in all their endeavors. Coming up next, the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital's pregame coaches show. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. Today we are in Randolph, Utah, where the Rich Rebels take on the Lyman Eagles. This week I had a chance to visit with the Lyman head coach Dale Anderson, as well as Rich Rebels head coach Tyson Larson. This is what Coach Dale Anderson had to say.
I'm here with head coach of the Lyman Eagles varsity football team. That's head coach Dale Anderson. Coach Anderson, how you doing today?
Good, thank you.
I'm sure you're doing pretty well throughout most days because you guys seem to be rolling along pretty well so far after maybe a hiccup early in the season, correct?
Well, yeah, we had a couple of good games, ran into a couple of really good teams early on that we knew would be tough. Bear Lake, I think, is ranked in Idaho top 2 or 3, and the level team, they're ranked number 1 here in Wyoming. So, we knew those games would be battles for us.
So you're doing all of this without your top quarterback and Ashton Housekeeper. Can you just talk about some of the players that have stepped up for you guys this year?
Well, when he initially went down, our younger quarterback that's playing now, I think he kind of felt some pressure to, just replace him. But, we just kind of talked to kids that they, everybody just needs to step up a little. And, we can't replace him with one guy, but we've got 5 or 6 other kids that need to just kind of, step up their game. And so, that's been fun to watch other kids kind of emerge and rise to that challenge.
This might be bearing the lead a little bit here, but you guys are 2-time defending state champions in Wyoming. Is there any pressure that has been felt by your kids to live up to the lofty expectations that previous years have built?
We try not to focus too much on that for a variety of reasons. I don't think it's fair because it's a new group of kids. Some of those kids played, a pretty big role in that last year, but, a lot of new faces too. And so, each year you just try to hit the reset button and start over again. And, you still want that. You want them to kind of realize that there's a little bit of a legacy there, and we want them to rise to that challenge, but we don't want them to have the pressure of that either.
What is the identity of the Lyman Eagles?
We try to play a physical style of football. That's just kind of the way I know was taught how to do it, as early in my coaching career. And, we really rely on our kids, being tough, hard-nosed, physical kids. And, we're not overly big. We're not overly fast usually, but, we want kids that play with great effort and try to be the best they can be every day.
When watching film on the Rich Rebels, what are a couple things that stand out to you?
Well, I think, I'm impressed with some of the same things we try to, teach our kids. I think they have kids that play really hard. They're aggressive. They're not the biggest team in the world, but boy, they have kids that certainly give a lot of effort. Having watched them, film on them from teams that we play in our conference, I've been very impressed with how they play, and they're aggressive, they're physical, and they play hard.
When we return, we will hear from Rebel head coach Tyson Larson on the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital Coaches Show. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
So, Coach, you guys have a chance to rebound from last week with a huge statement against Lyman today. What do you guys have to do to get the job done?
I'd say looking in after a good week of practice, I'm hoping our kids will just come in a lot more confident. That's been our big push to them all year, as the coaches have tried to help them see that, man, we believe in them. And every game we looked at that we've lost, maybe I'm irrational, but all the coaches, we feel like every game we still could have won. Like there's every game, even level at home, they ended up taking it to us, but there were key moments that could have switched things. And so that's my thing. Hopefully the kids can believe that we can get it done and play like it. I think they believe, but hopefully they can play the full game like they believe we can.
What do you guys need to do tonight to get the victory?
Put more points, put a lot of points on the board. I'd like to see our offense get up and going, and then hopefully defense play like they have all year, just consistently. I think our defense has been awesome all year. We just have a couple plays we give up, so hopefully just consistent full 4 quarters game of defense and give us a chance to put more points on the board than they do.
What are some of the strengths of the Lyman Eagles on film?
They have a couple. I think I mentioned we had an interview earlier in the week. They pretty tall kids and pretty athletic kids. I just think pretty full package, but we'll have to be on our game, both defending the pass and the run. That's what has got me concerned most of the week, is just seeing how dynamic their offense is.
You guys have 2 games left to go in the season. What do you want to see from your kids, starting with today?
I guess some of it's already been said. I think just play with a lot of heart and effort and belief, and I guess hope for what can become of the program and what these kids can do in the next few weeks. I hope it's not take a couple games off and wait for it. I hope we get rolling right now.
We want to thank the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital for sponsoring our coaches show today. We're about 20 minutes away from the opening kick between the Rebels and the Lyman Eagles. Coming up, we'll have the Epic Recreation Keys to the Game. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back to the Rich Rebel pregame show. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time to take a look at your Epic Recreation keys to the night's game. Make your next vacation epic. Visit epicrecreation.net. And I'm going to bring in my partner, Rob Leifson, really quickly. Rob, how are you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Great day for a football game.
Oh, it's such a beautiful day outside today. But what are some of the keys to tonight's matchup?
Well, this is going to sound a little strange, but don't get razzle-dazzled on the razzle-dazzle plays. If you've noticed the last few weeks, Rich has tried to pull off a couple trick plays, but it seems like they get a little razzled and dazzled when they try to pull it off, and it doesn't quite go the way they'd like it to. Halftime adjustments, I think, have been key. Whether we have or haven't made those adjustments at halftime has had a huge impact on the second half. And the other one is the turnover margin. If you look back in the first 4 weeks, Rich turns the ball over 4 times. In the last 4 weeks, we've turned it over 14 times. So that turnover bug has been huge, and you've got to limit that today against Lyman.
Yeah, I'm also going to add another key to the game, the defense. The defense is going to have to be great because Lyman's defense has been pretty good all year. They're coming off of a week where they gave up 25 points at Thermopolis, and we know how good Thermopolis is at moving the ball. They move the ball through the air pretty well, but I'm sure the Eagles are not happy with their defensive output last week, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to set the tone early with their defense, kind of how we try to do it in the first half. It's worked the past few weeks, but our defense is going to have to be great because I anticipate for us to win this game. We cannot get into a shootout. It's going to be a low-scoring battle, and that is how we're going to win this ball game.
Yeah, I was amazed. 1,200 yards of offense with Lyman and Thermopolis last week. There wasn't any defense on the field. So Lyman does have a good front, and if Rich's defense can hold him, I'd say 2 scores. We got a good shot at this one.
These have been your Epic Recreation keys to the game. Make your next vacation at Bear Lake epic with rentals from Epic Recreation. Visit epicrecreation.net or find us on Facebook. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft, large and small, to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Amazing people work at the Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier. From the receptionists to the doctors, the x-ray techs to the food service staff, from the phlebotomist to housekeeping and everyone in between. The care you receive can't be matched anywhere else. We really care about your health. We care about you. We work hard to have top quality equipment and facilities and provide a wide range of services so we can serve every patient. When selecting your healthcare providers, choose Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. You'll feel the difference.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes the difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Supporting the Rich Rebels in everything they do. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation in Randolph provide services to Rich Rebel fans every day. Auto repair, tires, sand, and gravel. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation on Main Street in Randolph. Stop in today.
A healthy smile improves life in many ways. Fresher breath, increased confidence, and better overall health. Dr. Sean Grohl and his team at Comprehensive Family Dental have been supporting Rich Rebels for over 25 years. Call today and schedule your next appointment. Go Rebels!
This has been today's pregame show broadcast live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We are just moments away from today's starting lineups and the Town of Woodruff opening kick. The Town of Woodruff sharing the Rebel pride and wishing you good luck. Mayor Scott Saby, council members Raymond Fransden, Kent Stewart, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and clerk Lisa Bell. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
So this is the reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home. Sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000. Quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft, large and small, to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Taking care of yourself is important through all stages of life. Bear Lake Community Health Center offers a holistic approach to a healthy body and mind that includes education, prevention, and networking. We offer medical, dental, behavioral health, nutrition, and pharmacy services. We accept most insurance, including Medicaid, Medicare, and have a sliding scale discount plan. Choose Bear Lake Community Health Center, 435-946-3660.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We got about 4 minutes left until the town of Woodruff opening kickoff, as it looks like the refs are going to call captains, and we got Rob Leifs in here, so we will know what the Rebels are going to do to start the game. It just kind of seems, Rob, every time you're gone, either myself or the color commentator, we just completely forget to watch.
What goes on in the coin toss?
Yeah, I just never think about it, but
one other key, I think, Aaron, since we got a minute, Rich typically has been going for it on fourth down. 36 times so far this season they've gone for it on fourth down. And would you want to guess their percentage of success?
I'm going to guess about 60% of the time.
39.
39.
So that's a little under half, but it seems like there's been several games when they've been unsuccessful to convert on fourth down. And I think in this type of a game, if you can keep that drive alive on fourth down, that's going to be critical.
Yeah, you need 2.5 yards per play. Sounds easy up here. The quick math, 2.5 times 4. I know you're a teacher, but I got that math down. That's 10. 10 yards is a first down.
And you didn't even take your shoes off to count that high.
No, I didn't. It's amazing. Now everyone at home is wondering if I don't have 10 fingers, Rob. So we're heading to the opening kickoff, and this is an interesting matchup, like I said earlier in the day. We are taking on a two-time defending state champ in Wyoming in the 2A class. But it's a Wyoming two-time state champ who has lost a couple times this year, but I think a lot of that has to do with the loss of their star quarterback, Ashton Housekeeper.
I agree, but they're still leading Wyoming 2A in the rushing category. They average 275 yards a game in the rushing category, and they're known for running the ball, and Rich's defense is going to have to step up.
Let's get one thing straight. This is still a very, very good football team despite the loss of their starting quarterback, as they've had players step up. And, of course, the big one is number 13 on your screen. It's going to be number 13 junior Carter Bradshaw, who's filled in admirably at quarterback for Housekeeper.
And he averages over 100 yards a game on the ground. So he's one you're going to have to shut down. If you can key on him.
We got about 2 minutes to go as the coin toss is done. We're going to watch.
Lyman has won the toss, and they're going to take the ball. So we'll start on defense.
So the Rebels are going to try something that I think they've done pretty well. Their defense in the opening drives, they have forced turnovers, and I think 4 straight games on the opening drive. Their defense does a good job setting a tone. It's just that they have to keep their foot on the pedal with the offense. As it looks like we're about to go to the national anthem, we're going to do a quick commercial break. We'll be right back after this. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home. Sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000. Quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like you to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft, large and small, to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Rich.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. I guess when I say in the middle, it means we're about to start. As the Lyman Eagles are taking the field, Rich Rebels will not be far behind them as they get their final instructions from head coach Tyson Larson. As the Rebels will kick off, it'll be the Eagles to receive. Going back deep for the Eagles, number 2, McCoy Smith, and then number 11, Alexander Lyman. Couldn't think of a more fitting last name for a player for the Eagles, could you, Rob?
No, you could not. And it looks like Jaden Desch will be doing the kicking honors for the Rebels.
As the Rebels teed up at the 40-yard line. We want to remind you before the game starts that all kickoffs today are brought to you by the town of Woodruff. Every first down brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Turnovers, the town of Garden City. The fan cam is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty and Gary McKee in Garden City. Then the scoreboard is brought to you by the station on Main. Jaden Desch, his arm is in the air. He approaches, and we are underway. It's a squib kick. That ball's going to roll past the 20-yard line to the sideline and go out of bounds. Tough break there for the Rebels as that ball kind of rolled on its side and just kept going and turned left at about the 18-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds. The Lyman Eagles will take over 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. But last week, if you remember correctly, Rob, if you were listening during your meeting, the opening kickoff was returned for a touchdown, but it was called back on a penalty. So I don't necessarily mind that, but
looks like they're going to have Rich re-kick. I will admit, I did not have the game on during my meeting with sound.
Sure.
But I did watch it when I got home.
I'm sure your boss appreciates that.
I just opened the screen occasionally to see what was happening.
This is an interesting decision by the Eagles, but maybe they really want to return a kickoff just because they saw what they saw in film last week. But Desch will approach the ball again. We have another Town of Woodruff kickoff with 12 minutes to go in the quarter. This is the opening kickoff after we've kicked already. It's a re-kick. As Desch approaches, he unloads on that ball. It's going to be a low line drive again. That's going to go out of bounds again at about the 18-yard line.
Almost an exact duplicate of the first kick.
Well, you can't say consistency is one thing that Jaden Desch doesn't have in his kicks because those are very, very similar. They're trying to squib it, and I think they're going to back him up 5 yards again and have him redo it.
Getting a little special teams practice in early in this game.
Get some sprints to get those legs warm. As Lyman and Smith have moved up to the 15-yard line, or the Rebels will kick it. That's 2 straight penalties on Desch for the kickoff out of bounds.
Coach Perry trying to get the Rebel sideline fired up.
Desch approaches. He's going to unload on this ball. This one's going to land at about the 25-yard line. Fielded at the 20 by Smith. He's got room. He's up to the 35, to the 40, out across midfield where he is planted by the kicker, Jaden Desch. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles in Rebels territory, and that's not quite the start the Rebels wanted.
Well, you would have got the ball in the 35 if you would have taken the first penalty. This round, you're 15 yards closer.
So it turns out the decision works in the favor of the Eagles as it'll be 1st and 10 from the Rebels' 49-yard line. 11:52 to go in the first quarter. The first quarter is brought to you by the Crawford Trough. As the first snap is to Bradshaw as he gets the ball around the right side. He's going to go for about 4 yards. They'll bring up 2nd down and 5. As that's something that they're going to do quite a bit with Bradshaw as he's their best runner. And he is going to be in the quarterback spot for him. So as they bring up 2nd down and about 6 for the Eagles offense. They come out in the shotgun. McCoy Smith to the right of Bradshaw. Bradshaw's in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to go to the right again. This time he's swallowed up by the interior line of the Rich Rebels. As that's going to be a gain of about 1 yard on the play, bringing up a 3rd down and about 4 for the Lyman Eagles offense, looking for the Rebels defense to stand tall here.
I'd like to point out, watch the defensive front of the Rebels. It's called an Army crawl, Mr. Marine. Could you describe that to me?
Wouldn't know. Wasn't in the Army. We call it low crawl. But the Eagles come out shotgun. Bradshaw's in the shotgun. He's got backs to both sides. Gets the snap. He's going to go around the right side. And he is hit but keeps going. And he's going to be stopped short of the line to gain as the Rebels are going to stop him at about the 41. Needed to get to the Rebel 39 for a first down. It's going to bring up an early fourth down for the Lyman Eagles offense with 10:32 to go in the Crawford-Troth first quarter. As you were saying, Rob?
Well, it seems like they're going low on the offensive line with a little crawl to try to maybe not make the tackle, but at least plug up the hole.
Bring up 4th and 2 as Bradshaw's in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to go right up the gut, out across the 40 to about the 37-yard line. That's going to be enough for the first down. Eagles convert on 4th and 2 with a run right up the middle.
Looks like tackle was made by Max Perry and Hunter Pace, but Hunter's coming out of the game, replaced by Drake Weston, number 23.
It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they come out with the line to the left. They're going to run around the left side with Bradshaw, and he's going to be wrapped up there nicely by Noah Perry. And it looked like that was also Drake Weston in on the tackle as well. That's for no gain. 9:56 to go in the Crawford-Troth first quarter. Score is tied 0-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Lyman Eagles offense at the Rebel 35-yard line.
First time they've gone to the left side, so we'll see if they do prefer to choose the right on this drive.
They have 2 backs lined up in the backfield, and they're kind of lead blockers as they go same play. That ball nearly comes out. He bounces off a hit there from number 15. That is Kaysen Johnson.
Kaysen Johnson, yep, 15.
As that ball came loose a little bit, but it was McCoy Smith who was able to hold on to it. As they're kind of going back and forth with who's lining up as the quarterback, but each time they haven't handed off. It's been a quarterback keeper each time. It'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 for the Eagles offense on the Rebels 32-yard line.
Defensive coordinator Lex Cornea giving his boys a lot of instruction. Just flipped Carson Muirbrook and Noah Perry on the ends.
They come out. They have the 2 lead backs on the left side as it looks like it's Smith under center. He's going to get the snap. He's going to go to the left side. He is wrapped up nicely by Max Perry. Pushes him back. It's going to be a 4th and 6 for the Lyman Eagles offense. Their senior making a big play right there.
Met him right in the gap.
That's going to be a gain of about a yard, if any, on the play. With 8:38 to go in the Crawford-Troth first quarter, score on the Station on Main scoreboard is 0-0. The Eagles face a 4th down and 6. And if you're watching on the stream, we just got news that the down marker on the far side isn't working properly. So we'll try to keep you updated as much as possible on the down and distance. The Eagles, they come out with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They open it up a little bit. They get the snap. They're going to throw right, has a man open. He drops the ball. Incomplete pass. Rebels will take over on downs as Carter Bradshaw had a man open in the flats. That ball is dropped. Rebels will take it, though. That turnover is brought to you by the town of Garden City. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rich Rebels on their own 32-yard line with 8:06 to go in the Crawford-Troth first quarter.
Just what Dr. McKay Franken ordered up. You get a turnover on downs on the opening drive from the defense.
Again, that turnover is brought to you by the town of Garden City, where families play at beautiful Bear Lake. Here comes the Rebel offense led by number 10, the senior Hunter Pace, as they have Noah Perry in the backfield. They've got 2 receivers to the right. They're going to send Max Perry in motion. They'll hand to him. He's going to go around the left side. He's going to gain about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8 as Max Perry hit the hole and it was tripped up by the interior line of the Lyman Eagles. 7:49 to go in the Crawford-Troth first quarter. The Rebels face 2nd and 8 from their own 33-yard line after getting a big stop on 4th down. Hunter Pace under center. That's Max Perry, the back in the backfield. They're going to send Trey Walker in motion. They hand to Walker on the counter to the left side. He rumbles forward for about 4 yards on the play. Good tough running there from Trey Walker as he picks up 4. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 4 for the Rebels offense.
Stop made by Nate Brady, a sophomore, number 32, one of the linebackers.
See what the Rebels offense draws up here as they break the huddle. They have trips to the right. Max Perry is the only back in the backfield. Carter Hoffman, tight end on the line. Hunter Pace under center. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Spun around, keeps running, out to about the 40, keeps pushing forward, nearly got to it. He was hit at the line of scrimmage, but Hunter Pace kept those legs moving, and they're going to give him an LSR refrigerated 1st and 10. Hunter Pace makes a play right there out of nothing.
That was a broken play because he turned and looked for Perry, and he was not there, and he didn't really have any other option. And I agree, he was caught behind the line of scrimmage. That was all Hunter Pace on that one.
6:44 to go in the Crawford Troth first quarter. It's an LSR refrigerated 1st and 10 for the Rebels. They come out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to send Trey Walker in motion from the left side. Hoffman actually under center, hands to Max Perry, rumbles forward out across the 45-yard line for a gain of about 4. They'll bring up 2nd down and 6 for the Rebels offense.
The Rebels have had some tough times, it seems like, these past few weeks with the running game, and we are going to it pretty steady so far.
2nd down and 6 for the Rebels as Carter Hoffman comes out under center. Hunter Pace will play tight end on the right side of the formation. They have 2 receivers to the left. Max Perry in the backfield. They send Trey Walker in motion. They're going to give to Max right up the middle. He's going to rumble out to about the 48-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3 for the Rebels offense, nearing midfield as the ball is on their own 49-yard line. They have to get the ball to the Lyman Eagles 49 for a 1st down. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 3. They break the huddle. Hoffman still under center. They have 2 receivers to the right, tight end on the left side of the formation. They're going to send Trey Walker in motion. They fake. They're going to pass with Carter Hoffman. Throws. Has a man open. Incomplete as that ball sails out of bounds. That's going to bring up 4th down and 3 as they went against the tendencies, and they threw with Carter Hoffman right there.
Yeah, we know that because we've watched them all season long, but I'm not sure if Lyman's aware of that. But you typically do see Hunter to be the one to throw and Carter the one to run the option.
Decision time for the Rebels, and it looks like they're going to punt it away with Jaden Dash. He's standing on his own 36-yard line as they send McCoy Smith back deep. He's on his own 20 as Dash gets the snap. Nice catch there from Dash. He's going to keep it. He has no choice after the bobbled snap. And that's going to be a turnover on downs as he is swallowed up in the backfield. That didn't look like it was a designed fake. It looked like a bad snap that Dash did a good job of catching. Unable to get the punt away. It'll be a turnover for the Rebels. Eagles are going to get the ball 1st and 10.
Caught it on a short hop, a good shortstop play, but you're right. He didn't really have a whole lot of option other than just to eat that one.
As they're going to place the ball on the Rebels' 41-yard line. They got to back the Eagles up a little bit. They come out with Bradshaw. He's behind the center. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it around the right side as he is tackled by number 8, Carter Hoffman. We get a flag on the play.
And I'm going to throw a guess out there. This could be holding on the Eagles.
And if you're the Rebels defense, you get a hold on 1st down. The Eagles offense doesn't look like they're, not that they're incapable of, but they don't want to try to face that 1st and 20. As we're going to get a crackback block, or excuse me, a chop block violation against the Eagles. As that means one player was already getting blocked by a Lyman Eagle, and then another player came over and chop blocked him. That's where the illegal chop block comes in. As the ball's going to move all the way back to the Eagle 44-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 25 from the 44. If you're the defense, you got to get a stop here.
Well, Lyman's not known for being able to take it on long conversions because they are a running team.
It is 1st and 25 with 5:20 to go in the Crawford Troth first quarter. The Station on Main scoreboard still reads 0-0 as neither team has scored. Both teams have had the ball once. Both teams have turned it over on downs. They come out with Bradshaw. He's behind the center. Got 2 receivers to the left. Bradshaw sends it back in motion. Gets the snap. They hand to McCoy Smith in the backfield. He's going to run up the middle, out across the 50 to about the Rebels' 48-yard line. That's going to bring up 2nd down and about 17. On 1st down, you don't want to give up 8 right there.
Well, it looked like we were putting some pressure, sending some linebackers on the blitz, but they actually ran past the play, and he got to the 2nd level.
4:40 to go in the Crawford Troth first quarter. 2nd down and 17 for the Lyman Eagles. They come out with Bradshaw under center. 2 receivers to the left, one to the right. They got a back in McCoy Smith. They're actually going to snap it to him. Smith is going to get out across the 45-yard line to about the 44. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 12 for the Lyman Eagles offense, as they've done a pretty good job getting themselves back into, it's not 3rd and manageable, but it's better than 3rd and 22. As they have personnel substitutions. I'm guessing a lot of their bigger players have come off the field. Looks like a little more of a pass formation as they come out with Bradshaw under center. They got trips to the right, one receiver on the left. McCoy Smith in the backfield. As Bradshaw gets the snap, he hands to Smith. Smith up the middle is going to be dragged down by Max Perry. Max Perry makes a great play there as Smith gets the ball out to about the 40-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down and 9 for the Eagles offense, and I think you have to go for it here. Punting the ball is a tough ask to keep that ball from going in the back of the end zone from your punter.
Magnificent play by Max Perry. That looked like he got him with one hand and just pulled him back. That's a lot of strength.
3:18 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. The Rebels on defense. They face a 4th and 9 from this Lyman Eagles offense. As it looks like the Lyman Eagles let the clock run down, and they're going to talk about it with head coach Dale Anderson. With 3:08 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter, the Rebels and the Eagles are tied 0-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 3:08 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. It is 4th down and 9 for the Lyman Eagles offense as they head out there. Bradshaw and McCoy Smith are in the backfield. Bradshaw is behind the center. In the shotgun, they got trips to the right. Whistle blows. They're ready to go. Bradshaw gets a snap, drops back, looks right. He's going to throw. Has a man open out in the flats, and that is going to be caught for a first down, as that was a well-designed play, as it looks like that's number 22, Gage Nielsen, the senior, for a first down. 2:59 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter, and that's a big blow to the Rebels defense right there.
Yeah, converting on that 4th and distance like that, it looked like the ball had plenty of hang time for some of our defenders to get there, but they convert.
Here comes the Eagles offense, as it's Smith behind the center playing quarterback. They're going to snap to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to go around the right side. He's going to rumble forward for about 4 yards. He was contacted at the line of scrimmage but kept his legs going, as that's Levi Stonehouse making the play.
And Trey Walker, number 3, in on the play as well.
2nd down and about 6 for the Eagles offense. 2:43 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. As the Eagles are taking their time in the huddle, they break the huddle. They're going to send a receiver wide out left, and they have 2 blockers on the right side of the line. They're going to get the snap. It's Smith. Smith's going to go around the right side behind those blockers, and he is going to get pushed to about the 20-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1 for the Rebels defense. 2:08 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. The Lyman Eagles are marching down the field. 0-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 3rd and 1 from the Rebel 20. They got to get the ball to the 19-yard line for a first down.
Doesn't seem to be much magic from the Eagles. They're showing exactly what we expected from them, but they're being able to convert on the plays to get the yards they need.
As Smith comes out behind the center. They're actually going to snap to Bradshaw. They've done that a couple times. Bradshaw on the right side. Makes a man miss. Cuts back at the 20. And he is going to be wrapped up close to the goal line. And we got a flag on the play. That's going to be enough for a first down for the Eagles.
And I think the flag's going to be against the Rebels. I don't know if that was a face mask.
As the flag is in the area of the tackle. Tackle is at the 3-yard line. If it's against the Rebels, the ball can only move up about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, half the distance to the goal.
We got 1:33 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. As we await the official signal. Got a personal foul face mask that is going against the Rebels. As the ball will be moved about half a distance to the goal, about 1.5 yards in this situation. As it's going to be the 1.5 yard line, the Eagles will have first and goal from about the 1.5. 1:30 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. Eagles come out shotgun. Behind the center, looks like it is Smith. As they snap it to Bradshaw, Bradshaw's going to go right up the gut. And judging by the official on the far sideline, does not look like Bradshaw got there. Nice stop there on first down. They'll bring up second down and goal from about the half-yard line. Actually held him to no gain on the play as it's second and goal from the 1. Eagles break the huddle with a receiver to the far left-hand side. They got about 4 backs in the backfield. They're going to snap it to Smith. Fumble. It's the ball's on the ground, and the Rebels looks like they were first to it. See if they get the recovery. As this is a huge play. Rich Rebels football. They recover. It is number 8, Carter Hoffman. Huge play with 38.4 to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter. That turnover is brought to you by the town of Garden City, as that is the second turnover forced by the Rebels defense, as it'll be first and 10 from the Rebels 5-yard line. Now they got some work to do on offense.
Well, I feel bad for keeping my thoughts to myself because I thought the only way you're going to stop them on this is if they make a mistake. And when you've been snapping to 2 different backs, I think the center maybe got a little bit confused who he was going to.
Now that ball looked like it was right in the middle of the two of them. They're going to hand to the back in the backfield. Tough to see who that is. He gets little to no gain, as I think that was Max Perry. Or, excuse me. There's a 2. It's actually Noah Perry. As 22 seconds to go in the Crawford Trough first quarter, it is 2nd and 9 from the 6-yard line. Rebels are backed up against their own goal line. They don't have to run a play here. It'd be interesting to see if they try to get the Eagles defense to jump off sides. They've been very good at that so far this year. As they send Trey Walker in motion, they're going to run a play. They hand to Max Perry up the middle. There is no room there. As that will do it for us here in the Crawford Trough first quarter. At the end of 1 quarter of play, the station on main scoreboard reads the Rebels 0, the Eagles 0. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We update the station on main scoreboard to let you know that we are heading to the T7 Propane second quarter. T7 Propane in Woodruff. For all your propane needs, call 435-793-4208 as the Rebels will face 3rd and 10 from their own 5-yard line after a costly turnover for the Eagles at the 1.5-yard line. They tried that. They've been direct snapping to a running back every single play, and it looks like the backs are lined up behind the guard, so the center has to snap it that way. And that ball looked like it was in between the two and was unable to be held onto by Smith. Rebels recover it, and now they face 3rd and 10 from their own 5-yard line. This is going to be a tough conversion as the Rebels come out with 2 receivers in the formation to the left. They're going to get the snap. Hoffman is going to give to Noah Perry on the reverse. Noah Perry making a couple men miss. Gets out to about the 12-yard line. That's still going to bring up 4th down. That's a good play there to give your punting unit some space as they try to kick this ball away.
Yeah, hopefully we can do a little bit better on the punt this time. Last time the snap was a little bit low. Jaden Desch did a good job of just hanging on to it, but was unable to get the punt away.
11:35 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Desch is standing on his own goal line. Ball is placed at the 12. As they're going to send a deep man back, it's Smith. He's standing at his own 45. Desch gets the snap, has to jump to get it, is able to get the punt away. as that ball will land at the Rebels' 40-yard line, take a Rebels bounce across midfield, back to midfield, as that ball tried to run back onto the Rebels' side of the field. But that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the 50-yard line. That's a 50-yard punt for Jaden Desch with a net of 0 after no return.
Great coverage by the Rebels on that one.
That's a good job there by Desch. Now you're at least forcing the Eagles' offense to go 50 yards for a touchdown instead of possibly 30 to 20, where a good punt right there can really help your defense out.
This is actually the worst field position Lyman started their drive with because they started the first one on our 49.
It'll be 1st and 10 Eagles on the 50-yard line. They come out with 4 backs in the backfield. As it's Smith and Bradshaw. Looks like Bradshaw's calling the snap. He gets the ball. He's going to rumble forward to about the 45-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down and 5 as he goes around the right side for 5-yard gain, stopped by Stonehouse.
Stonehouse and Drake Weston.
10:55 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. It is 2nd and 5. Eagles have the ball on the Rebels' 45-yard line. As they come out, same formation. They have 2 backs to the right of the 2 quarterbacks. They're going to snap to Smith this time. He's going to follow his lead backs around the left end. He's got a lot of room before he is hauled down almost by, that's Drake Weston.
Actually, Riker
Hoffman. As Hoffman looked like he had him by the horse collar, let go. He goes out of bounds about a yard later. That's good enough for a 1st and 10 for the Eagles. And a key down for the Rebels on defense has been 1st down.
Yeah, giving up a little bit too much on 1st down to the Eagles than you want to.
It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the Rebel 38-yard line. As they come out, 4 backs in the backfield. They snap it to Smith. They're going to go hand on a reverse as that is read by, looks like Carter Hoffman on the tackle for a gain of about 8 as they get to the 30-yard line. As that was Nielsen, who had the big 4th down reception earlier in the game as he goes around the right side for an 8-yard gain. They'll bring up 2nd and 2 with 10:11 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. As Bradshaw and Smith are in the backfield. As the snaps to Smith, he's going to go around the left side. He's got some room out across the 30 to about the 35-yard line where he is wrapped up by Carter Hoffman. Dragged to the ground after a gain of about 7 on the play. That'll be enough for a 1st and 10 for the Eagles as they ball is spotted at the Rebel 22-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles offense. They come out with a receiver to the left side of the formation. They got 2 backs in the backfield, and head coach Tyson Larson is going to call a timeout as the Rebels want to talk about it defensively. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. With 9:32 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter, the station on main scoreboard reads the Rebels 0, the Eagles 0. We'll be right back after this.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. You're in the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It's 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the Rebel 22-yard line, 9:32 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. And the Eagles come out in the same formation that they've came out in the last few plays. They have 2 lead backs on the left side of the formation as his Bradshaw gets a snap, fakes. He's going to go around the right, back up the middle, makes a move, makes a man miss before he is wrapped up by Riker Hoffman. It'll bring up 2nd down in about 4 as he gets about 6 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4 with 9:10 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. As the Eagles get the play from the sideline. as it's Smith and Bradshaw in the backfield. They got 3 receivers to the right. They're going to snap to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the right side up the middle for a first down as he is tackled at the Rebel 10-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball because that could make a big difference whether they can get a first down by the goal line or if it's first and goal from the 10. 8:45 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter, and it looks like it's going to be first and goal for the Eagles. They cannot pick up a first down. They got to get 10 yards and 4 plays for a touchdown as it's Smith and Bradshaw in the backfield. Smith gets the snap. He's going to go around the right side where he is tackled. Nicely done there by Max Perry. And then the corner on the edge, Levi Stonehouse, setting the edge, making the play. That'll bring up second down and goal after about a 1.5-yard gain. 8:15 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Station on main scoreboard reads the Rebels 0, the Eagles 0. I'm Aaron Poling along with Rob Leifson. Thank you for joining us today in this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. As the Eagles come out, stacked bunch, they snap it to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the right side as he is strung out nicely by the Rebels defense. Max Perry cleans him up there. It'll bring up third down and goal from about the 6-yard line for the Eagles offense. 7:43 to go in the T7 Propane, the second quarter. Third and goal from the 6-yard line for the Eagles offense as they send a receiver out wide. They're going to keep the rest of the formation bunched as it's Smith and Bradshaw in the backfield. As it's Bradshaw to get the snap right up the middle, and he is going to rumble forward, see where they spot him, to about the 4-yard line, according to the official on the far side. That's going to bring up fourth and goal for the Eagles offense. Ball will be placed on about the 3-yard line. So fourth down again for the Rebels defense. They have an opportunity here to make a big stop.
4th and goal from the 4.
7 minutes to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. 4th and goal from about the 4-yard line is what they officially mark it as. Rebels defense looking for a huge stop as the Eagles offense slowly walks to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I was going to say they're going to have to call timeout because that play clock was getting down pretty low.
And with that, we'll take a break. Actually, we're going to go to the Gare Bear fan cam. But you're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We're going to go to the Gare Bear fan cam.
That's about the best I can give you on the sideline, seeing as most of the fans are right below us.
Tonight's fan cam is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty, your home and real estate investment experts. Whether you're looking for beachfront property, a mountain retreat, year-round living, or investment properties, call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty. Once again, call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty.
Give you a shot, a couple of cheerleaders, but it looks like most of the fans are hidden down on the other side, and the volleyball team has just left to head to Colville for a matchup tonight with the North Summit Lady Braves.
As we're back to the live cam, it's 4th and goal from the 4-yard line. 6:42 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Eagles offense have had the ball for most of the game. Rebels defense looking to make a big stop here. Ball is placed on their 4-yard line, 4th and goal. Eagles offense comes out with 3 backs across the backfield. As it's Bradshaw, he gets the snap. He's going left. He's going to pass. Has a man open. That's a touchdown, as that is a wonderfully run play as Bradshaw hits Remington Brewer for the 4-yard touchdown pass. That's 6-0. The Eagles now lead on the station on main scoreboard. They put the corner in a little bit of a bind there as he had to either come up, make the stop, or leave the man wide open in the end zone. As that is 6-0 on the station on main scoreboard for the Eagles. Looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, tough decision on the edge there. You didn't really have an option. You go for the quarterback, you leave the receiver open. You don't go for the quarterback, and he's going to walk in.
Yeah, that was a wonderfully designed call there from the Eagles sideline. As they look back, they're looking for final instructions as they're going for 2 here. As they're going to have to get the snap off quickly. It looks like the play clock's winding down. They do. It's Smith. Smith is going to be wrapped up as he reaches out for the goal line. They're going to call it no good as he doesn't quite get there. Defense holds there after the Eagles score the game-opening touchdown as you're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be back after this.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. 6:37 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Station on main scoreboard reads the Eagles 6, Rebels 0 after the Eagles score the game opening touchdown with 6:37 to go in the first half. Rebels offense needs to respond here. If they can muster up a pretty good drive, score some points on this drive, remember they will get the ball back to start the second half.
Well, we've only ran 10 plays compared to Lyman's 30, so they've gotten you definitely on the time of possession.
Gage Nielsen kicks it off for the Eagles as Trey Walker fields at his 5-yard line. He's going to run around the left side out to the 20, and he is pushed out of bounds. We've got a couple flags on the play. We'll see what the play is.
Face mask.
As it did look like Trey Walker had his face mask grabbed.
He was trying to stiff arm him a little bit, but the defender got his hand up into his.
We'll see if they call it either the personal foul or if it's just a reaching in face mask. It's a difference between 5 and 15 yards. As they're going to call a personal foul face mask against the Eagles. That's going to back them up 15 yards as the Rebels will get the ball at their own 35-yard line. They'll have 1st and 10 with 6:29 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter as Hunter Pace and the Rebels offense takes the field. And they have to muster up something here. Their first drive was pretty good. They moved the ball out across midfield, faced a 4th down, went for the punt. Unfortunately, the punt was unable to be secured. Last drive, they were backed up against their own goal line, did a good job just to get the ball out of the back or away from the shadow of their end zone.
Looks like you're going to see Carter Hoffman as the quarterback. Hunter Pace seems to be shaken up a little bit on the sidelines.
As they line up with Hoffman under center. They got trips to the right. Max Perry's the back in the backfield. They sent Trey Walker in motion. As Hoffman's just going to run a quarterback keeper up the middle as he's going to rumble out for about 8 yards. Nice play design there as it's going to be 1 yard short. They're actually going to give him the LSR refrigerated 1st and 10 as they mark the ball at the 45-yard line. A little bit of a favorable spot there for the Rebels, but they'll take it. They're going to go quickly here. 3 receivers to the right. They send Walker in motion again. They get the snap. Hoffman's going to throw. He has Stonehouse open at the 45. Catches it. Goes upfield. Nicely done there by number 53, Max Gregory, as he makes the play. The sophomore holds that to a 3-yard gain on the screen pass to Stonehouse. They'll bring up 2nd down and 7 from the Rebel 48-yard line with 5:29 to go. I like what the Rebels did there. They hurried up to the line of scrimmage. They got themselves in a favorable matchup, Stonehouse versus the linebacker on the edge. Unfortunately for Stonehouse, the linebacker made the play. Good read there from Hoffman as we come out trips to the right. They get the snap. They hand it to Perry up the middle, and this is going to be blown dead. As we are going to get a false start. It looks.
Yeah, it's something on the.
Actually, they corrected. It's going to be an encroachment against the defense. Move the ball up 5 yards for the Rebels offense. That'll bring up 2nd down and about 2 as the ball crosses over midfield to the Eagles' 47-yard line. 2nd and 2 as the Rebels offense continues to move. 5:08 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. The Rebels trail 6-0 on the station on main scoreboard as they come out. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. They send Trey Walker in motion. Hoffman drops back to pass. He's going to throw. Has a man open. It's Noah Perry. He has the 1st down at the 45 as Carter Hoffman's on the ground late as the flag comes in at about the line of scrimmage. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the moment for the Rebels.
I'm thinking either roughing the passer or maybe a holding call against the Rebels. We'll see which one it is. Now they're going to wave it off.
They're going to wave it off. It'll be 1st and 10 Rebels as the ball will be placed at the Eagle 42-yard line. 4:51 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Rebels have the ball in Eagles territory on the 42. 1st and 10 as they huddle up about 10 yards away from the line of scrimmage. This is something that the Rebels do. I don't know if they do it on purpose or if they just don't realize how far they have to go up to the ball, as now your linemen have to sprint before the play. As they come out, trips to the left, they send Noah Perry in motion, and we're going to get a false start penalty. As Hoffman looked like he was going to keep it on the quarterback keeper. That'll back the Rebels up 5 yards, 1st and 15, as the ball will be placed at the Eagle 47-yard line. Those penalties are killer when you get the false start, but fortunately for the Rebels, it was on 1st down. So now you have 3 plays to try to pick up 15 yards. Let's see if the Rebels offense are to the task. 4:25 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. The station on main scoreboard reads the Eagles 6, the Rebels nothing. Rebels have the ball in Eagle territory as Hoffman comes out under center, trips to the right. They snap it. They're going to give to Perry on the counter, and that is read wonderfully. That's a great play by an interior lineman. That's number 74. That's Levi Trees, as he makes a great play. That pushes the Rebels back into their own territory. It'll bring up 2nd down in about 19.
Looked like a little bit of confusion there as well. One of the things that is a challenge when you swap out quarterbacks between Hoffman and Hunter, sometimes you don't have the same connection a little bit with the running backs of knowing what they're going to do.
We'll bring up 2nd down 19, trips to the right, Hoffman under center, gets the snap. He's going to roll to his right. As he looks, he's going to throw down the field as he just throws it away over everyone's head. That's not a bad decision there from Carter Hoffman, as no one was open, and if he would have tried to force it to Perry, there was a defensive back waiting over the top to pick it off. That'll bring up 3rd down and 19 with 3:30 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter.
And the Lyman defense had a good couple players out there in case Hoffman decided to tuck it and run.
Bring up 3rd and 19 for the Rebels on the 50-yard line. They have to get the ball to the Eagle 32-yard line for a 1st down. As Hoffman comes out in the shotgun, they got trips to the right. Hoffman gets the snap. He looks to the left. And he's going to throw. Has Noah Perry. It's intercepted as that ball looked like it was deflected. Nicely tackled there by Jack Bell as he didn't allow the returner to get past the original line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Eagles after the interception. We got a flag on the play.
Max Gregory on the interception for the Eagles.
We're going to give a sideline warning to the Eagles as they exploded off the sideline after the interception. 3:21 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Now the defense has to get a stop.
They do, and you mentioned it before, the Rebels will get the ball to start the second half. So if your defense can hold strong again, you've put a lot of pressure on them in this first half because they've been on the field a long time.
The Rebels defense seems to be under pressure quite a bit so far this year. Another start for the Eagles at the 50-yard line as the Eagles are winning the field possession battle. They come out with Bradshaw and Smith in the backfield. They open it up. They got 2 receivers on each side. Bradshaw gets the snap, hands to Smith. Smith up the middle, makes a man miss, keeps on his feet, and makes another man miss out to about the 42-yard line where he is wrapped up there by a host of Rebels. That's 2 broken tackles on the play for Smith. That's a good, strong run. They'll bring up 2nd down and 1. Make that actually 2nd down and 2 for the Lyman Eagles offense. 3 minutes to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. As the Eagles come out, they open it up a little bit. They have 2 receivers each side. Bradshaw gets the snap. He's going to keep it himself as he is wrapped up and tackled nicely. As the ball comes out, they're going to rule that down by contact.
Max Perry on the tackle.
So that's a great tackle by Perry. It's going to stop him short of the 1st down. Brings up a 3rd down and 1 from the Rebel 41-yard line. 2:40 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. As the Eagles come out, they come out 2 receivers on each side, Bradshaw and Smith in the backfield. Bradshaw gets the snap, hands to Smith up the middle. Smith's got the 1st down, but not before he's wrapped up by Max Perry at about the 39-yard line as he falls forward to the 37. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As that was a nice tackle by Max Perry. He doesn't make that play. There's a lot of space for Smith on the right side of the field.
First down at the 38-yard line.
2:15 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. Here come the Eagles offense. They split out They split 2 receivers each side. Bradshaw and Smith in the backfield. Bradshaw gets a snap. Quick throw to his man out in the flats. It's going to be dropped as he had number 11. That's Alexander Lyman open in the flats. They tried to run a screen play. He drops it. With 2:01 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter, it's 2nd and 10 for the Eagles offense.
The only advantage for Lyman on that one is it does stop the clock with only 2 minutes to go in the half.
As Bradshaw runs to the – it's actually Remington Brewer running the play in from the sideline. As they split out 2 receivers to each side, Bradshaw in the shotgun, Smith to his left. Bradshaw gets the snap, drops back to pass, looks right, throws it, has a man that's off the arms of the intended receiver, Gage Nielsen. He drops it. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 as that was Levi Stonehouse in coverage. 1:55 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. 3rd and 10 from the Rebel 38-yard line the Eagles offense faces on this down.
Maybe premature to talk about, but I would assume they're in 4-down territory with only less than 2 minutes to go in the game and in Rebel territory.
Yeah, they haven't punted yet. I can't imagine they'd punt from here. But we got a task at hand before we get to 4th down. Come out 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They have an extra tight end on the line. As Bradshaw looks left, he's going to throw in the flats as he is wrapped up by Noah Perry. That's a great play there from Noah Perry. As they throw a wheel route to the left side, Noah Perry makes a play. That's 4th and 10 for the Eagles offense.
Well-designed play, but Noah makes that tackle. If he doesn't, then he's going down the sidelines.
It's 4th and 10 with 1:30 to go in the T7 Propane.
Rebels call timeout.
The Rebels call timeout. I imagine to try to milk the clock, to keep the clock a little bit if they get the ball back. But I think they want to talk about the play defensively as this is a big 4th down. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We're actually going to keep it right here as the Rebels defense faces 4th and 10 from their own 38-yard line. As last time the Eagles offense was in 4th down, they ran that wheel route from across the formation wide open, and I think that's probably what they're going to talk about right here, as you can't allow that play to beat you again. We've got 1:29 to go here in the first half as the Rebels defense looks to get a stop on 4th and 10. The ball is on their own 38. Looks like the Eagles have to get to the 28-yard line. We can't tell because the first down marker is laying down, but if I had to guess 10 yards, it'd be the 28.
We'll give Chris Woods and some of the sideline crew a little break as he takes a chance to drop the marker for a few minutes.
I just wasn't being critical. I was just trying to set the play as he'll pick it right back up, and we'll see where the first down line to gain is. As he actually had the stick at the exact spot. So it is the 28-yard line the Eagles offense has to get to. They come out 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Bradshaw in the backfield with Smith. Bradshaw gets the snap, looks back, looks left. He's going to throw downfield. Has a man off the fingertips of number 23. That's Braden Bradshaw, as that's going to fall incomplete. 1:21 to go. That's another turnover for the Rebels defense. They take over on downs, brought to you by the town of Garden City.
Good use of the timeout because now you've got 1:20 on the clock. You've got a little bit of chance to do something before halftime.
There's good pressure there from the interior line of the Rebels. They didn't allow Bradshaw to sit in the pocket all day and throw. He had to move his feet, and I think that's why that ball went a little outside of the other Bradshaw. As it's 1st and 10 Rebels from their own 38-yard line. 1:21 to go here in the T7 Propane second quarter. They come out with 3 receivers to the left of Carter Hoffman under center. Hoffman gets the snap. He's going to roll left as he's going to keep it himself out across the 39, gain of 1. As that's a nice play there again by the linebacker, Max Gregory. As Gregory is really showing out. He's made some incredible plays, including the interception. Rebels are going to huddle up here, 2nd and 9. As it looks like they're going to try to run some clock off as they only trail 6-0 on the station on main scoreboard. We're under a minute to go, and it looks like the Rebels offense, they're going to try to run 3 plays to get to halftime.
And not in a huge hurry.
Carter Hoffman has some last-minute instructions for Trey Walker. He comes out under center. 3 receivers to the right. Walker's the back in the backfield. Hoffman, he's going to pass looks. He's going to throw a screen pass. It's deflected down there. Nice play by Caleb Smith as he got his big right arm on the ball. Smith is a tall drink of water with Hoffman trying to throw over him. That stops the clock with 31 seconds to go. 3rd down and 9 for the Rebels offense.
Trying to throw a little screen pass to Trey Walker on that side, but good defensive play by the Eagles.
3rd and 9 from the Rebel 39-yard line. They trail 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. 31 seconds to go before halftime. As this is a little bit of a dangerous play for the Rebels. You can try to be aggressive and get the the first down, but if you can't get there, you're leaving time on the clock for the Eagles offense. As they come out, trips to the left. They're going to have to hurry the snap. Hoffman under center. Gets the snap. They're going to reverse to Trey Walker on the near side of the field as Walker's going to run out of bounds. That keeps the clock at 26 seconds. Now the Rebels will be forced to punt.
Nate Brady for the Eagles on the defense there, running him out of bounds.
They try to reverse to the short side, and with 26 seconds to go, Rebels are on the sideline talking it over. As Jaden Desch looks like he's back deep to punt. It's 4th and 9 for the Rebels as they're going to send Smith back to the 30-yard line as Desch stands at his own 25. Not enough players on the field for the Rebels.
Riker Hoffman comes in.
Desch gets the snap. Let's go a boot as this one is in the air, and it looks like it's going to land at the 40-yard line. Nearly hits the Eagle in the helmet, but that'll be down by Noah Perry at the Eagle 41-yard line. 18.6 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter. We'll see what the Eagles offense decides to do right here as they lead 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. They have the ball on their own 42-yard line.
We talked about in the pregame, one of the keys to the game is the halftime adjustment. So I'm going to be interested to see what changes in the second half after a little bit of time to talk things over in the locker room.
They come out, trips to the right, the Eagles do, with one receiver to the left side. As Bradshaw gets the snap, he drops back to pass. He's going to throw, looks to the right, throws. As Trey Walker backpedals, picked off by Levi Stonehouse, as that is picked off at the Rebel 35-yard line. Stonehouse and Trey Walker were both there. Stonehouse went above both of the players in front of him and snatched that away. That's a Town of Garden City interception for the Rebels. 11.7 to go in the T7 Propane second quarter, and I imagine that the Rebels won't try to do anything fancy here as they trail 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. That's a nice play there from Levi Stonehouse.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's looking like he's maybe twisted an ankle when he came down. He's trying to walk it off on the sidelines.
Carter Hoffman comes out under center. No one in the backfield. They're going to send Noah Perry in motion as they hand to Perry on the counter out across the 40. He rolls to about the 45-yard line. The Rebels are going to call timeout with 6.6 seconds to go. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. Rebels offense faces a 2nd and 2, but they face a bigger issue in the clock with 6.6 seconds to go in the half. See what the Rebels draw up as they call a timeout, as they're going to go trips to the right side. Max Perry's back in the backfield. Carter Hoffman under center. Got a receiver to the left as well. Hoffman drops back. He's going to roll to his right. As he's looking to throw, he's going to be swallowed up by the Eagle defensive line. And that's going to do it for us here in the first half. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The score heading into halftime is the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. We'll be right back with the Lutz Construction halftime show after this.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Welcome to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, where it is time for the Lutz Construction halftime show. Lutz Construction, premier commercial and residential excavation and landscaping. We dig Bear Lake. Find us at diglutzconstruction.com. Once again, that is diglutzconstruction.com. When we come back, we'll have the Rich County Government first half highlights and the Ellingford Brothers standout student spotlight interview with Justice Allred. The score going into halftime on the Station on Main scoreboard is the Rebels trailing the Eagles 6-0. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Lutz Construction is a premier excavation and landscaping company with over 25 years of experience. Lutz Construction delivers quality results on commercial and residential projects in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Lutz Construction sells everything you need for landscaping and offers a wide range of professional services like foundation digs and rock walls. For all your excavation and landscaping needs, call Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Visit diglutzconstruction.com.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth and the Lutz Construction halftime show. Right now it is time for the first half highlights brought to you by the Rich County Government. Rebels with a champion cause. And we're going to go to Rob Leifson with the first half highlights.
Well, this has been a little bit of a we knew it wasn't going to be a shootout, but Lyman has picked up 131 yards of total offense. They average 321. So the good news for the Rebels is you've held Lyman under their average on yardage. The bad news is Rich has only picked up 35 total yards of offense in the first half. Haven't had the ball very often. 36 plays for the Eagles, 21 for the Rebels, but we have not got the ball up the field very much. Probably one of the biggest factors of the first half was the turnover by the Eagles inside of the Rebel 5-yard line, which kept them from putting other points on the board. The only score was a pass for 3 yards from Bradshaw to Bradshaw for the touchdown. Well, actually, was it maybe Brewer? But the 2-point conversion was no good, so the halftime score stands at 6-0 for the Eagles.
Well, we at least called it Bradshaw, so we'll see, give the official word, but it did look like that was number 23 that made the catch instead of 12. But we'll get updates on that. But the first half highlights have been brought to you by the Rich County Government, Rebels with a Champion Cause. Coming up next, we'll have the Ellingford Brothers standout student interview with Justice Allred, senior at Rich High School. Ellingford Brothers, for all your sand, gravel, cement, and steel fabrication needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-789-1515. Again, the score at halftime on the station on main scoreboard is the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
I'm with Justice Allred, who was our Ellingford Brothers standout student of the
Let's try that again. You are tuned into the Let's Construction halftime show. Let's Construction and the Ellingford Brothers standout student of the week interview. We are visiting with Justice Allred.
I'm with Justice Allred, who was our Ellingford Brothers standout student of the week. Justice, how you doing today?
I'm all right. You?
I'm doing pretty good. So you finished third in a cross-country meet, and it doesn't matter how many kids are there. Anytime you can finish top 5 in a cross meet, that's super impressive. You just talk about the race last week?
Pretty excited for it and kind of nervous at the same time. I was worried about how I was going to do personally because I was having some issues. But anyways, I really like that course. It's fun. That hill's it's kind of killer. It really sucks down that second mile. Starting the second mile with a hill like that is just no bueno.
But what a race to come out and finish third. You picked your home meet to have a really good finish. What does that mean to you and to the program?
It's pretty cool having like my friends and family at the end. My mother and some of my close friends some of them were running too, but it was just cool to have them all there at the end. I remember getting back and being gassed and having my mother come talk to me. It was kind of cool.
What are some of your goals for the rest of the season?
Just keep improving, honestly. I'd love to get sub 19, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Well, yeah, now with that attitude.
I'm trying, man.
Yeah. What are some of your athletic goals in any of the other sports that you play, if you play other sports?
I didn't do track last year. I'm kind of excited to do that this year. Probably just run the 2 mile or 1 mile because, distance. Any
particular finish that you want or?
I've never tried it before, so I don't even know what good times are, but I'd love to be able to run like a 5:45 mile. That'd be great.
What about some of your academic goals? You're in the middle of your senior year right now. What are some of your academic goals that you want to accomplish?
Next try, I got EMT going, and that'll be pretty cool. Be able to get that. I got my CNA stuff going on this try, and honestly, just to get good grades and graduate.
Are you looking to possibly become like an actual EMT and travel around and go on calls? Is that why you're taking the class, or any particular reason?
No, honestly, I just picked the class because it seemed interesting, and I've always kind of like medical stuff. I've never been like super into it like some of the other students in our class, but yeah, it's just been interesting to me.
When you're not here in school or at practice, what does Justice Allred do during his free time?
To play video games is kind of stupid, but video games and reading. I really like to read Lord of the Rings and things. Kind of a nerd, yeah.
And nothing wrong with that, and video games aren't stupid. That's probably what I'm going to do as soon as I get home. So what games do you play?
I'm really into Shadow of War and like Skyrim. Those kind of games, yeah.
What is one thing the world should know about you?
I'm really good at breaking my front teeth.
Okay, I want to hear the story behind that.
Okay, so when I was little, I was on a swing set and I fell and busted the front one on the swing as I fell off the monkey bars. So that was the first one dead, and then a few weeks later, or a few years, I don't know, it was a while later, I hit it on the side of our hot tub pool in Texas. And then like a couple years ago, I broke them both in half by trying to jump onto my shed, to jump off the shed onto the trampoline.
Should have been a hockey player. No teeth are safe with you. Since you were willing to share yours, I'll share mine. If you can see, there's like a little indent in my bottom teeth there. So when I was like 16 years old, my whole family went to Tennessee for my aunt's vacation. We all decided to go ziplining, and I was screwing around on the zip line doing tricks. And when I got back up, I was upside down. Then when I came up the right side up, they were telling me to like move my head because I forgot to move my head. Well, as soon as you hit the end, it just stops you, and then you jolt forward. And when I jolted forward, it hit my teeth right on the metal part holding me to the wire. Yeah, I broke my retainer that day too. So one last question for you before you go. What does it mean to you to go to a small town school like this?
Everyone knows everybody. It's really honestly quite an interesting experience. Just have so many people know you and what's going on with you, and have them ask if you're okay, and just know stuff about you and what's going on in your home life. It's kind of weird and like good and bad at the same time. Just a surreal experience for sure.
This has been our standout student interview sponsored by Ellingford Brothers. For all your cement, sand, gravel, steel fabrication needs, call Ellingford Brothers in Evanston, 307-789-1515, featuring Justice Allred. We'll be right back after this from our sponsors. Listen to the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Lutz Construction is a premier excavation and landscaping company with over 25 years of experience. Lutz Construction delivers quality results on commercial and residential projects in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Lutz Construction sells everything you need for landscaping and offers a wide range of professional services like foundation digs and rock walls. For all your excavation and landscaping needs, call Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Visit diglutzconstruction.com.
There's nothing better than a yummy, delicious cheeseburger. Except maybe if you add a large raspberry shake and tater tots that are cooked to perfection with just a little extra crunch. That's what you get with every burger at the Crawford Trough in Randolph. There's a full menu to choose from, filled with delicious options that will tickle your taste buds every time. But when you find yourself craving a burger, always choose Crawford Trough. Nothing else compares. The Crawford Trough in Randolph. Stop in today.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The town of Woodruff kickoff is about to be sent away by the Lyman Eagles. This quarter is, of course, brought to you by the town of Randolph. As Stonehouse gets the return, he's going to hand it off to Trey Walker around the left side. Walker has a lead block across the 20, out to about the 21-yard line where he is dragged out of bounds. A little bit of trickery there on the return as Stonehouse looks like they're running a little bit of a trick play. I think Stonehouse just wanted to get it to one of his returners. With 11:51 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter, Carter Hoffman in the Rebels offense takes the field.
We were unable to get an update on Hunter Pace, but I anticipate you will not see him for the rest of the ball game.
Yeah, he is currently not on the sideline. I think he is downstairs underneath us in the booth.
I know the EMTs were checking him out, and he was complaining of some neck pain, so
yeah, you never want to
precautions.
Never want to mess around with neck pain. With 11:51 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. Rebels have the ball. They trail 6-0 on the station on main scoreboard. Hoffman under center. Sends Noah Perry in motion. They give to Max Perry. Max Perry is going to rumble forward across the 25-yard line to about the 26, as that's a good first down run. That'll bring up second down at about 5 for the Rebels offense.
Gain of about 6 on the play. Second down and 4.
Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties as we get back to it. The Rebels offense comes out. Max Perry's the back in the backfield. They send Noah Perry in motion. They're going to hand to Max again. Max this time cuts back up the middle across the 35. Rumbles through the referee and a couple of Eagles tackles all the way out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Rebels. That's a 1st and 10 brought to you by LSR Refrigerated.
There's not a flag on the ground, but it looks like we're going to do sideline warning against the Rebels.
11:34 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. Clock continues to run.
Good opportunity for the referee to make a tackle there, but he let Max Perry go right by him.
It doesn't matter who's in the way of Max Perry. He's just going to run through them. As the Rebels send a man in motion, they have a receiver split out each way. They send Trey Walker in motion back the other way. They're going to pitch to Max Perry. Gets a lead block from Walker out across the 50 to the 45. Max Perry's making things happening with his legs. What a block by Trey Walker in the gap right there, or else that play's blowing up. You love to see when you're running back, especially someone as electric as Trey Walker, throws a block.
Talon Pace giving Trey Walker high fives after that block. That's a lineman noticing that somebody just made another great block.
I think linemen love to see their backs throw some big blocks for them. As they come out, two receivers to the right, one to the left. They send that receiver to the left in motion as Carter Hoffman's going to keep it, and he's tripped up by a nice play on the interior by, it looks like that is 74. Levi Trees makes another good play, as that'll bring up second down and 5 after after Carter Hoffman picks up 5.
We talked about adjustments at halftime. You've probably got as many yards in this first drive as you had total in the first half, so glad to see the Rebels be able to move the ball.
Hoffman under center. Second down and 6 on the Eagle 40-yard line. Send Walker in motion. They fake it to him. Hoffman's going to keep it right up the gut. He's going to fall forward for about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and about 4 for the Rebels offense. They are in Eagles territory as the ball will be spotted on the 39-yard line of the Lyman Eagles.
Max Gregory, number 53, grabbed Hoffman's ankles, or he could have been off to the races there for a little bit.
We saw the Eagles working on that in pregame where they had a coach and a couple of their backs simulate that play, and it looks like it paid off there for the Eagles defense as it's third down and 5 for the Rebels on the Eagle 39-yard line. Hoffman under center. They got two receivers to the right, one to the left. They send Noah Perry in motion. They're going to pitch it to Max Perry, who's going to rumble forward for about a yard, if that. That's going to bring up 4th down and 4. And it's decision time for the Rebels offense, as it looks like they're going to go for it without any hesitation. 9:40 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. The station on main scoreboard reads the Rebels 0, the Eagles 6. They lead 6-0 as the Rebels offense faces a 4th and 4 on the 38-yard line. They got to get the ball to the Eagles 34 for a first down.
We talked about in the pregame, it's not uncharacteristic of the Rebels to go for it on 4th down. They've done it 36 times earlier this year.
Hoffman under center. They send Walker in motion. They're going to get a movement along the line, as we'll see who they call that on. If they call that on the Eagles, that is a huge penalty before the snap is.
Offsides on the Eagles.
They call offsides on the defense. They're going to walk it off. We'll see how close it is. They're actually going to give the Rebels a first down without walking it off. That'll be an LSR Refrigerated 1st and 10. Good job there by Carter Hoffman to draw them off sides. You also got to say pat the line on the head too, because they didn't jump. They could have jumped and that would have put a damper on the whole entire play. Instead, they stay still. It's 1st and 10, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. As Hoffman under center. Sends Trey Walker in motion. They hand to Max Perry up the gut as Perry is going to have nowhere to go as he is tackled by 23. That's Braden Bradshaw and a couple of other players for the Eagles. So that's going to be a gain of none. 2nd and 10 on the 33-yard line. As Max Perry comes off the sideline, a little hobbled. Looks like he's changing his shoes.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a hole in him. His dad just threw the cleat the other direction.
Hoffman comes out under center. They got 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, back in the backfield. They send Noah Perry in motion. Hoffman's going to go right up the gut as he does a good job holding on to that ball. As we can see from up here, someone swatted at it. It's going to be a pickup of about 4 on the play, bringing up a 3rd down and 6. Makes it a little more manageable for the Rebels offense.
That's probably one of the quickest shoe changes I've ever seen. I'm not sure whose shoes Max is wearing, but he's back in the game.
As the discarded shoes are right underneath us, 7:50 to go, town of Randolph, 3rd quarter. See what the Rebels offense can draw up here on 3rd and 6 from the 29-yard line. They got to get the ball to the 24 for a 1st down. They send Trey Walker in motion. They fake to him. Hoffman's going to keep it around the left side. Makes a move, and he is going to be past the line of scrimmage. That is an LSR Refrigerated 1st and 10. Carter Hoffman lowers the shoulder, finishes the run, picks up a 1st down for the Rebels offense. 7:32 to go in the town of Randolph, 3rd quarter. 1st and 10. Rebels have the ball deep in Eagles territory on the 21-yard line.
Looks like number 2, McCoy Smith on the tackle on that one.
That was a collision they met at the apex, and they collided hard right there as Hoffman lowered the boom, and Smith did the same. They sent Trey Walker in motion. They're going to hand to Walker. He bounces off a tackle, going to bounce it back to the left side, out across the 20, and he's going to be bumped out of bounds near the 1st down marker. Let's see where they mark it. They're going to mark him just short of the 1st down. Clock continues to wind. With 6:57 to go in the town of Randolph, 3rd quarter. The Rebels have the ball, 2nd and 1.
Tackle made again by Smith, but that was a good play by Walker to recognize he's going nowhere. And with his speed, he made that corner to get the 10 yards or 9 yards.
Hoffman comes out in their center. 2 receivers to the right. Max Perry's the back in the backfield. Hoffman drops back to pass, looks right, throws, and that is intercepted by the Eagles. As that is number 7, Caleb Smith. Smith gets the interception, and the Eagles stop the Rebels in the red zone. That's going to be a turnover. As that is another frustrating thing for the Rebels. They turn the ball over again.
Looked like that was a short pass, but I couldn't even see that. It seemed to be doing a little bit of ping pong action in the center of the field.
Good hands there from Smith to haul it in as the Eagles have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 24-yard line. Defense needs to stop here. They snap to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the left side. He's wrapped up by a couple of Rebels as it looks like that's Max Perry and a couple other players in on the tackle. We have a Rebel down on the field as he hops back up.
Carson Muirbrook, number 68.
As Muirbrook looks a little banged up and no worse for wear, as that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Eagles. 6:05 to go in the town of Randolph, 3rd quarter.
Looks like they're going to bring Muirbrook out and Talon Pace, number 60, back into the line as he and Jack Bell switch spots.
Come out 2 receivers there. They're going to snap it to Smith around the left side, or right side, excuse me. Smith will bounce back to the middle for a gain of about 2 to the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Eagles offense. This is a big play right here for the Rebels defense, trying to stop the momentum that the Rebels had momentum on offense marching down the field. And unfortunately, the turnover is a little bit of a momentum killer for the Rebels, but they can get that momentum right back here if they can stop the Eagles offense. 5:19 to go in the town of Randolph, 3rd quarter. 3rd and 5 from the Eagle 35-yard line. They got to get the ball to about the 35. Bradshaw gets a snap, looks to throw, drops back, has a man out in the flats that's open. He's going to get the 1st down as he is tackled by Max Perry and Kason Johnson. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter.
Good open field tackle by Perry and Johnson on that one.
First and 10 for the Eagles. They snap it to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the right side. Makes a couple men miss out across the 40, and he's wrapped up at about the 43-yard line. That is a 7-yard gain on first down, bringing up second down and 3.
Pace make a stop. I'll bring up second down and 2.
Carson Muirbrook is back into the game for the Rebels defense. Good to see him back on the field. As that's second and 3 for the Eagles offense. They come out with the receiver split to the left-hand side. We got 2 lead blockers on the right side of the line. They snap it. They're going to run the reverse, and that is nicely sniffed out by the Rebels defense. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see where the flag is, as that flag was thrown at the bottom of that pile.
I'm thinking face mask.
As we get the official word from the referee. Personal foul, face mask, and that's going to be against the Rebels. Yep. It'll be a first down for the Eagles, as the Rebels had a nice stop there, but they shot themselves in the foot with a face mask penalty. It'll be 15 yards. That's going to move the ball into Rebel territory as they spot it at the Rebel 42. 4:14 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. Rebels defense needs to bow their necks here, get a stop, as Bradshaw comes out behind center. Direct snap to Smith as Smith surveys. He's going to go around the left side. Makes a couple men miss, as he is going to go to about the 35-yard line. That'll bring up second down in about 3, as the Rebels had him pinned in the backfield. They just could not finish the play. That'll bring up second down and 4 with 3:40 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. 3:30 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. It's second down and about 4 for the Eagles offense. They come out with Bradshaw under center, Smith to his left. He's actually going to move back to his right. As Bradshaw gets the snap, he's going to keep it up the middle. Out across the 35. That's going to be enough for a first down. Maybe.
Carter Hoffman, number 8, and Trey Walker, number 3 on the tackle.
As they are going to spot the ball at the 31-yard line. That is good for an Eagles first down.
That's a first down. Eagles have it on the 31.
2:55 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. First and 10 for the Eagles on the 31-yard line. This drive comes after an interception after the Rebels' best offensive drive. Eagles come out, two lead blockers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. They're going to hand to Smith. He's going to go around the right side. Has a hole as he is wrapped up by Perry out across the 25 to about the 21. As that's going to be good enough for an Eagles first down.
That goes for a first down, so it'll be first and 10 from the 21-yard line.
2:32 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter.
We talked about some of the adjustments the Rebels made to get that drive going in the start of the second half. Looks like Lyman's figured out some things during halftime as well.
There have only been 2 drives here in the second half, and both of them have eaten a lot of clock as the Eagles walk up to the line of scrimmage. Time is on their side as they lead 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard here in the town of Randolph, third quarter. They come out under center. It's Bradshaw. Gets the snap. He's going to run up the middle, and he's not touched before he's 4 yards down the field. He's going to pick up 6 as that ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line. Give him 7, actually. That'll bring up second down and 3 for the Eagles offense. Second down and 3 for the Eagles offense. They come out in the shotgun formation as they do mostly every play, as it's Bradshaw and Smith in the backfield. Bradshaw drops back, looks to pass. He's going to jump, throw. That's going to be intercepted by Jaden Desch. Desch has some room to run. Across the 20. Makes a man miss at the 30. Keeps his legs moving out to the 35 as Jaden Desch makes the play for the Rebels defense at the town of Garden City turnover. As Jaden Desch makes a big play there. Give some credit to the interior line of the Rich Rebels defense. They got some pressure on the quarterback as Bradshaw threw that off of a jump, Derek Jeter style, into the arms of Jaden Desch. First and 10 Rebels from their own 35-yard line.
We talked about it again in the pregame. Those that tune in early about the turnover bug, and the Rebels now up in this game 2-1.
This is the second turnover, either interception or fumble, the Rebels have forced. They forced a couple turnovers on downs as well. As they send Stonehouse across the formation, they have trips to the right. Carter Hoffman is the quarterback under center. He gets the snap. Looks like they're going to run the option, him and Perry. Hoffman cuts it back upfield, reaches out as he's able to get to about the 37-yard line for a gain of about 2, bringing up 2nd and 8 with 1:05 to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. That was a huge play the defense needed to make.
One of the first times we've ran the traditional option play today. So, again, trying something at halftime that we haven't done before.
Under a minute to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. Rebels have the ball on their own 37. Hoffman under center sends up back in motion. They're going to pitch it to Max Perry. Max Perry with the hole across the 50, across the 45, out to about the 48-yard line. That's good enough for an LSR refrigerated 1st and 10. And Max Perry's had a pretty good second half. With 39.3 seconds to go in the town of Randolph, third quarter. LSR refrigerated 1st and 10 for the Rebels on their own 49-yard line. Their own 48-yard line. Hoffman comes out under center. Sends Noah Perry in motion. They're going to give to Max Perry behind a lead block out into Eagle territory to about the Eagle 48-yard line. They swap 48s, and that's going to be a 2nd down and about 6 for the Rebels offense as the clock continues to wind under 10 seconds.
I think that's going to do it for the third quarter.
Rebels hustle to the line, 5 seconds to go. Hoffman implores his line to get down. They're actually going to run a play. I don't think they wanted to as nobody moved, and that is going to be a loss of 1. A big mistake there for the Rebels as that's going to bring up 2nd and 5, but that's the end of the quarter. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of 6,300 feet, with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that is one reason why the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, a value for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Sim Bell and the town board, Melanie Lim, Clay Barker, Brandon Hatch, and Frank Sano, support the Rich Rebels and hope that you can come back often.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plain Stars broadcast booth. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com as we update the station on main scoreboard to read the fourth quarter, which is brought to you by Bear Lake Realty. Rebels face a 3rd and 5 after what can only be described as a miscue as they were trying to draw the defensive line off. They snapped the ball, and Riker Hoffman was dead to rights on that play. 3rd and 5 from the Eagle 48-yard line. Start the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. We're going to get another whistle. As the referees discuss one last thing before we kick off the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter, Rebels break the huddle. Whistle blows. We're ready to go. Carter Hoffman under center. He's going to send Trey Walker in motion. They pitch it to Max Perry. Perry's going to rumble out across the 45 to the 40. He gets the first down as Max Perry keeps his legs moving. Turns a 3rd and 6 into an LSR refrigerated 1st and 10. Perry with a spin move at about the 35-yard line off a tackle was key to that run. 11:52 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Rebels get a 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 40-yard line. They hustle back to the line as they come out with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Max Perry's the back in the backfield. He stumbles there, gets away with it. Hoffman's going to throw, drops back, and he is swallowed up at the 45-yard line as it's number 7 again. It's Caleb Smith. He had the interception earlier. Now he gets a sack. He's also got a batted pass on the day, making his mark on the game. That brings up 2nd down and about 14 for the Rebels offense.
I'm not sure exactly what the design was on that one.
They did have Stonehouse open if Hoffman had a couple seconds to throw the ball, but Hoffman was under pressure right away and wasn't going to be able to get that throw away. 2nd down and 14 from the Eagle 44. They send Noah Perry in motion. They're going to pitch it to Max Perry, and Perry's going to be wrapped up for a gain of about 1 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 13 from the Eagle 43-yard line.
Number 50, Morgan Hatch, part of the Lyman defense on that one.
See what the Rebels draw up. It's 3rd and long. Of course, they're without their starting quarterback, Hunter Pace, who's hasn't been on the sideline for most of the game. As it's 10:25 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. Rebels face a 3rd and 13 from the Eagle 44-yard line. They got to get the ball to the Eagles 30 for a 1st down. They come out, trips to the right. They send it back in motion. They're going to hand to Walker around the edge as Walker's going to try to make a man miss at the 45-yard line. He can't do it. We got a flag on the play late as Trey Walker on the end around is stopped for a gain of 0. That's going to bring up 4th and 13 as the officials get together to discuss the penalty.
Face mask?
It did come in late after the tackle. We got a personal foul targeting against the Eagles. And that is going to be a 15-yard penalty, an automatic 1st down for the Rebels with 10:05 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. A little bit of a break, but when you're trying to beat a team like the Lyman Eagles, you need as many breaks as you can get. Ball will be spotted on the 28-yard line as the Rebels huddle up at the 50. As they get the play in really quickly, they come out in the I formation. Noah Perry is the back in the deep backfield. They're going to hand to him around the left side. Makes a man miss across the 25-yard line to about the 23 as Noah Perry's tripped up after a gain of about, as we wait for the marker on the far side, it looks like the ball will be spotted at the 22. It's a gain of about 5 on the play.
Nice pickup on 1st down.
They're going to give him a little bit more. It's 2nd and 4 with 9:28 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. Station on Main reads 6-0 the Eagles over the Rebels. They come out in I formation again as they hand to Noah Perry. Same side, same play. This time it is read perfectly as we wait for the number 66. That is Danny Watson on the play. The freshman makes a huge play for the Eagles defense, bringing up 3rd and 4, the ball on the 22-yard line. You'd have to think for the Rebels, this is definitely 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
And with that thought, you just have to get positive yardage on this play. If you can get positive yards on the play, it makes the 4th down a little bit easier. As they come out, 2 receivers to the right. The deep back in the backfield is Max Perry. They send Trey Walker in motion. They fake it to him. Hoffman is going to keep it, and he's going to be swallowed up at the 25-yard line.
I'm not sure if that was designed to be a regular option player on the outside, and the defensive end for the Eagles had busted that one up.
We're going to get a timeout called by the Rebels sideline. With 8:29 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter, the Rebels trail on the Station on Main scoreboard 6-0 as we head to break.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football. 4th and 9, and they fumble the snap. 8:24 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. The Eagles will take over on downs as the Rebels shoot themselves in the foot again.
Carter juggled that one for just a second, but then had to go to the ground, and that put that one to an end.
1st and 10 Eagles on their own 27-yard line. as the Rebels have really let the Eagles defense off the hook in this second quarter, or the second half, excuse me. As it's 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. As 2 turnovers deep in the Eagles territory. As they snap it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to go around the right side, follow a lead blocker while he's tackled by Carter Hoffman, as that's going to be a gain of 7 on first down for the Eagles.
We talk about missing Hunter Pace on the offense, but as most people know, they play both sides of the ball, so not only do you miss him on the offensive side, but you miss him on the defense as well.
2nd and 3 for the Eagles offense, ball on the Eagle 33-yard line. Direct snap to Smith, as Smith is going to go around the right side as he's going to rumble out across the 40. That is more than enough for a first down as he is tackled at the 43-yard line. That'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles. As we got a player down, and with that, you're listening to Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home in sports courts, pools, hot tubs, access to 200 miles of mountain trails. Brand new homes now starting at $600,000. Quarter shares starting at $250,000. Would like to invite you to be part of that. Call Gary McKee at Bear Lake Realty at 435-946-8888.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plants Tires broadcast. For the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation, online at mylocalradio.com.
So this is the Reserve at Bear Lake, most beautiful place in the world. Come here and find out how you can buy your own Airbnb property and help pay for itself, or just come here and enjoy a second home.
As we go back to the live cam. Sorry about that.
Had his uncle Bradley Holmes and his grandpa David Holmes, who are both coaches, checking him out.
Hopefully he's going to be all right as the injury bug bites the Rebels again. As it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles on the ball on the 43-yard line of the Eagles. 7:45 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. They come out, 2 receivers, or excuse me, 2 in the backfield. They go to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the right side, and he is stopped almost immediately by the Rebels defense. Give him a gain of about 2 yards.
Max Perry, number 20, Carter Hoffman, number 8, and number 13, Colby Stokes on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd down and 8 for the Eagles offense on the ball spotted on the 45-yard line. They got to get to the Rebels. 47 for a first down. Got 7:12 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. Station on Main scoreboard reads the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0. As they come out with 2 receivers, 2 deep backs, they snap to Smith. Smith cuts it back up the field. He's going to pick up about 2 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for the Eagles offense. Ball spotted at the Eagle 48-yard line.
Colby Stokes cut him up just as he crossed the line of scrimmage.
Big play here for the Rebels defense as they are going to try to force the Eagles into a decision. They got to get a stop here. 6:34 to go in the Bear Lake Realty 4th quarter. 2 backs in the backfield, Bradshaw, Smith. They got 2 lead blockers to the right side. They go to Bradshaw. He's going to come to the left, and he's not going to get to the 50. That's going to bring up 4th down as he picked up about 2 yards on the play. That brings up 4th down and 4. And it is decision time for the Lyman Eagles. Give the credit to the tackle, Carter Hoffman.
As well as Jaden Desch, number 5.
It's going to bring up 4th and 5.
Looks like we're bringing in a punting unit for the Eagles.
We have Levi Stonehouse back deep. But if you're the Rebels, you have to, 1, you cannot jump on the play, and 2, do not run into the kicker. As they have Stonehouse back deep to kick. Eagles do look like they're in punt formation. They're going to snap it to the up back, and they're actually going to call timeout on the sideline. It's actually the Eagles that call timeout. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We're in the middle of a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is 4th and 4. Eagles have the ball on their own 49-yard line. They had the punting unit out, but before we went to timeout, they snapped the ball to the up back and acted like they were going to fake it. They have Levi Stonehouse back deep for the Rebels. He is on their own 10-yard line. Snap is deep. Kick is away, as it's not a very good one. That's going to bounce at the Rebels' 32-yard line, take a sideways roll, and that is where the Rebels will take over, as that is a 12-yard punt on the play. It'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Rebels offense as they still trail 6-0. 5:29 to go on the Station on Main scoreboard, and the Rebels right here, their offense needs to finish the job. They've picked up momentum and they've picked up yardage, but they got to finish the job on this drive. 5:29 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter.
It's an old cliche, but only one play. One play away from tying this ball game up.
Realistically, if you're the Rebels, you get a touchdown and an extra point, you have the lead in this game. As the Rebels come out, ball is on the right hash. Carter Hoffman under center. They have two receivers to the right, one to the left. Max Perry is the back in the backfield. They send Noah Perry in motion. They're going to pitch it to Max with Noah as a lead blocker. And a nice play there by number 22. That is Gage Nielsen. He makes the play on Max. That's going to be a gain of none. 2nd down and 10 as he shot the hole between the blockers and made a play. 5:08 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Rebels 2nd and 10 on their own 32-yard line. Hoffman comes out under center. Ball placed on the left hash. Max Perry's the deep back. They send Noah Perry in motion. They hand to Max up the gut. He's going to rumble forward for about 1.5 yards, bringing up 3rd down and 8. 4:45 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. It is decision time for the Rebels as they're going to call an official timeout. I think they're sending a player off the field as it appears that Nielsen has blood on his arm, as the Eagles are going to be allowed to substitute. 3rd down and 8 for the Rebels offense. They got to get the ball to the 42-yard line to pick up a 1st down. They have it on their own 34. Clock winding down, 4:30 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Station on Main scoreboard still reads the Eagles 6, the Rebels nothing, as Hoffman comes out under center. They send Noah Perry in motion. Hoffman's going to throw. Tries to find it, tipped in the air, nearly intercepted, as that's going to bring up 4th down and 8.
With 4 minutes to go, do you hang on to the ball and give it a 4th down try, or do you try to pin the Eagles down deep into their own territory?
We'll see what the Rebels decide as they're talking to Trey Walker. And it looks like maybe Carter Hoffman on the sidelines. It's Coach Tyson Larson. Looks like he's giving final instructions out. They're taking a lot of time off the play clock as Hoffman will come out on the field. Looks like the offense is going to stay on. They're going to go for it. 4th and 8 from their own 34. As the play clock's winding down, they have trips to the right. Hoffman under center. Trey Walker is the deep back. They're actually bunched up on the right side, the receivers are. They send Trey Walker in motion. Hoffman gets the snap, looks, and he is going to make a man miss. He's going to scramble for it, and he is tackled well short of the 1st down. As it'll be turnover on downs. The Eagles will get the ball in Rebel territory on the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 Eagles.
You can credit Caleb Smith, number 7, for the Eagles on that defensive play because he put the pressure on Carter. Didn't really have a chance for that play to develop.
Another turnover by the Rebels offense, this time on downs. 4:07 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Eagles have the ball on the Rebels 39. As the Eagles look like they're gonna try to run out some clock. They're in the 4-minute offense, and the Rebels need to make a play. As Bradshaw gets the snap around the right side, and he's going to fall down after a gain of about 2 on the play. They'll bring up 2nd and 8. Clock continues to wind. 3:57 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Station on main scoreboard reads Lyman 6, the Rebels 0. 2nd and 8 from the Rebel 38-yard line. As the Eagles are taking their time, as there's 2 7s on the roster. It's Landon Holloway and Caleb Smith. One of them came in. That is Smith. Smith is a tight end on this play. They have McCoy Smith in the backfield with Bradshaw. As Smith will take the snap. He's going to go around the right side. And he is pushed out of bounds at about the 30. But we got a flag on the play. See what this flag is. It's in the area of holding, as it looked like Levi Stonehouse, with some great effort, was able to draw the flag.
Yeah, we got a hold.
It is indeed a hold against the offense, as you got to credit Stonehouse there for not just accepting the block, as it is going to make a 2nd and 8, turn that into 2nd and 18, ball on the Eagle 48-yard line. They're actually going to mark it at the 47-yard line, as that play was 1 yard down the field when the hold occurred.
Yeah, spot foul on that one.
3:16 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter, as the clock stops on the penalty. Eagles snap it to Bradshaw. He's going to go around the right side, out across the 45, where he is tackled by a whole host of Rebels. 3:09 to go in the ball game, and now the Rebels are going to call timeout. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this commercial break. The station on main scoreboard reads the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0. 3:07 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to the town of coldest temps and warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing that a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Savey and council members Raymond Franson, Millie Bradshaw, Seiko Webb, and Monica Schultez, with clerk Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
Go Ridge Rebels!
Welcome back to the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. We then have a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It is 3rd and 15. The Rebels defense faces from their own 44-yard line. 3:07 to go in the ball game. Rebels defense needs to stop here. They open it up a little bit. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Bradshaw in the shotgun. Gets the snap. He's going to keep it up the middle, and he's going to be wrapped up and hauled down well short of the first down as he gets the ball out to the 40-yard line. We're going to get another timeout called by the Rebels sideline with 3 minutes even to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. It is the Rebels trailing the Eagles 6-0 on the station on main scoreboard. We're actually going to go to a fan cam, as we were unable to get it in during the third quarter because the action was so fast and furious in the third. The Gare Bear fan cam. Whether you're looking for a summer home, a place to live year-round, or investment properties, call the experts at Bear Lake Realty. Call Gary McKee, 435-946-8888. Once again, that's 435-946-8888. We got 3 minutes to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. It is 4th and about 12 for the Eagles offense as the Rebels look to get a stop here. It'll be interesting to see what the Eagles do, as it's 4th and long. They can try to go for a first down, but if they don't get it, they turn it over to the Rebels at least the Rebel 30-yard line.
Well, if you try to pin them down inside the 10, you're going to make it a long drive for the Rebels to try and tie this ball game up.
As the official whistles go, we're going to go back to the live cam. As the Eagles offense is still on the field, 4th and 12 from the Rebel 41-yard line. Defense needs to stop here. Bradshaw gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Turn to throw. Has a man. Misses the pass. Incomplete, as that ball was underthrown, as he had number 22, Braden Bradshaw, open at the 35-yard line. If the Rebels tackled there, that would have been well short. But the Rebels have the ball on their own 41-yard line, 2:55 to go, 1st and 10. They trail by 6 on the Station on Main scoreboard.
Got to wonder a little bit about the Lyman decision there, because you just left the Rebels well better field position than if you would have punted that one away.
And that play design wasn't even far enough for a first down either. It looks like they were trying to get as many yards as they could on that play. If they get the first down, they get the first down. If they don't, then they're a couple yards back upfield. But it's an incomplete pass. Another turnover by the Rebels defense, brought to you by the town of Garden City. Here come the Rebels offense. I formation. Hoffman under center. Gets the snap. They're going to hand to Walker on the reverse. Walker cuts back upfield out across the 45, where he is wrapped up and hauled down. That'll be about a 5-yard gain as the Eagles defense stays disciplined there. Clock continues to wind, 2:42 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. 6-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here comes the Rebels offense. As Hoffman under center gets the snap. He's going to go directly up the middle for a gain of about 2 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 3. 3rd down and 4 for the Rebels offense. They got to get the ball to the Eagles' 49-yard line. As they are.
Well, you got to get the ball spotted by the referee. So
Eagles, some crafty plays there, just kind of laying on the field, taking their time, letting the clock run out. 2:08 to go. Hoffman in the shotgun gets the snap. He's going to run to the left, and he is wrapped up in the backfield as the Eagles defense makes a play. It's going to bring up 4th down and about 6. The Rebels need this one here. They got to get the ball to the Eagle 49-yard line. 1:48 to go. Clock is winding down. If you're the Rebels, you got to get going. Because if you make this first down, like the clock is still not on your side. You have to pick up the first, and then you also have to get to the line of scrimmage really fast. As Hoffman under center, as they're gonna reverse it to Trey Walker, who is wrapped up at about the 35, makes a man miss. That play is going nowhere. As a loss of about 10 on the play, as there's a flag down on the play. We'll see what they call. As it looks like the Eagles sideline came off to celebrate, and if so, that is the second time they've done that, and that is a 15-yard penalty. As they point towards the Lyman sideline, you'd have to think the Rebels are they're gonna call unnecessary roughness against the Eagles. Still a turnover on downs because it was after the play.
That's a little bit confusing.
Either way, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles, that the ball will be on their own 49. As the refs go to discuss, it looks like maybe one last time. 1:25 to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Rebels have no timeouts. Looks like the Eagles can kneel it out. Ball is spotted on the 41 as we're still waiting the sticks to recorrect. I think it's kind of a moot point as we're under 140. If the Eagles wanted to, they can just kneel this down and run the clock out. As they got a couple deep backs. They're in the shotgun. We'll see what they decide to do. They're going to kneel the ball. And this should do it with 1:22 to go. The clock continues to wind. Eagles are going to have to snap it a couple more times, but that should do it for us here from Randolph, Utah. Thank you for joining us for another Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. It appears that the Station on Main scoreboard will read 6-0 at the end of this game as we're under a minute to go in the Bear Lake Realty fourth quarter. Bradshaw is staring down the back line, Judge, waiting for the signal to snap the ball. They're going to try to snap the ball with about 2 seconds left on the play clock. They do that. 44 seconds to go in the game. They're going to have to snap it one more time. As the Eagles get to the line quickly, they're going to snap it, and that will do it for us here from Randolph, Utah. The Station on Main scoreboard reads at the end of the game 6-0. You're listening to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We'll be right back after this.
Lutz Construction is a premier excavation and landscaping company with over 25 years of experience. Lutz Construction delivers quality results on commercial and residential projects in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming. Lutz Construction sells everything you need for landscaping and offers a wide range of professional services like foundation digs and rock walls. For all your excavation and landscaping needs, call Lutz Construction. We dig Bear Lake. Visit diglutzconstruction.com.
A healthy smile improves life in many ways. Fresher breath, increased confidence, and better overall health. Dr. Sean Grohl and his team at Comprehensive Family Dental have been supporting Rich Rebels for over 25 years. Call today and schedule your next appointment. Go Rebels!
Supporting the Rich Rebels and everything they do. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation in Randolph provide services to Rich Rebel fans every day. Auto repair, tires, sand, and gravel. J-Bar Auto and J-Bar Excavation on Main Street in Randolph. Stop in today.
Whether it's for your home, your ranch, your equipment, or your business, when you need propane, count on the best. T7 Propane in Woodruff. The safe and professional team at T7 Propane offers quality product and the most responsive propane service in the area, so you can enjoy the affordability, reliability, and efficiency of propane. For heating, cooking, grilling, motor fuel, and more, count on the team at T7 for your personal or business propane needs. 435-793-4208.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
As one of the region's most visited websites, mylocalradio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on mylocalradio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit mylocalradio.com today to stream it all live.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
Whether you're kicking the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Postgame Show. Make your next vacation an epic one with rentals at Bear Lake, cabins, boats, UTVs, inner tubes, fat tire bikes, everything you need to make your next vacation epic. Year-round rentals. Visit epicrecreation.net. Today's game had some great plays. Let's look at those during the Jimmy John's Freaky Fast Recap. Gourmet sandwiches made fast and fresh every day. Get your delicious sandwich today. I had one, and it was great. 113 Front Street in Evanston. And I think the Freaky Fast Recap for this game, Rob, is going to be super fast because we only had one touchdown scored, and that was in the second quarter.
That is it. And probably one of the other good plays would be the turnover with the Jaden Desch interception that gave the Rebels new life to be able to try to tie this ball game up. Unfortunately, we come up short on this one, but we had plenty of opportunities.
That's kind of been – we're going to save most of it for the Stacy's Repair post-game diagnostics report, but that's been the story of the Rebels season this year, as they've been there in a lot of games, just unable to finish. But stay tuned for the Dr. McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, the player of the game, and the post-game diagnostics report brought to you by Stacy's Repair. You're tuned into an Epic Recreation post-game show on a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft, large and small, to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
When you drive on the best tires that are rotated, balanced, and inflated properly, you can save money two ways. The best tires can reduce wear and tear on your vehicle. That saves you money in the long run. The best tires can also improve your overall miles per gallon. That helps you save every time to fill up at the pump. At Freeway Tire in Evanston, we offer the best tires with the best service for every vehicle. Make sure you're running on the best tires you can. Visit Freeway Tire today, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Whatever brings you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including clean, comfortable rooms, a business office, workout room, and a full-service restaurant, plus a complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation postgame show, part of the Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rebels football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. We are broadcasting from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, and it is time for your Precision Play of the Game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham. Precision Family Dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment today, 307-789-8910. And Rob, we've been talking back and forth, and I think we have to give it to Jaden Desch on his interception in the red zone. That could have been a drive that really ended the game right there, where Desch makes a big pick and it gives his offense a chance to march down the field.
Yeah, well, you only had one score in the game. If Lyman's able to put up another one, that pretty much seals the game for them. So, like we mentioned before, it gave the Rebels new life.
We also want to give a mention to Levi Stonehouse, who had an interception too. It's just this interception, the magnitude of it outweighed Levi's a little bit more. But it was still a great play from Levi Stonehouse to go up over two other players. That'd be Trey Walker and the receiver from Lyman, and just snatch that ball away. So we're going to move along to the player of the game, and I think the player of the game for the Rebels, it was kind of tough to pick, but we're going to go Max Perry.
Yeah, he had 15 carries for 63 yards and 8 solo tackles on the defensive side of the ball and 2 assists. But he made some stellar plays on defense and ran the ball really well today.
Coming up next, the Stacy's Repair Post-Game Diagnostics Report. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. You listen to Bear Lake Community Health Center broadcast of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com. The final score on the Station on Main scoreboard was the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0. We'll be back after this.
If you've never heard a mechanic say they truly care, then you've been at the wrong place. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff is a family-owned and operated business open since 1992. Offering all types of maintenance and repair services, you can be sure your vehicle is operating at its best. Whether your vehicle is older or the newest model, gas or diesel, we fix and maintain them all. Also offering chip repair, windshield replacement, and tires. When your vehicle needs a mechanic, bring it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Postgame Show. Make your next vacation epic. Visit epicrecreation.net. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth. It is time for our Stacy's Repair Postgame Diagnostics Report. And for today's report, Rob, I think we just have to go with the mistakes. Those turnovers again. The Rebels offense marching down the field, then they throw an interception or they get stopped on a play. And it's not even the turnovers today that killed us. It's the big negative plays that really hurt the Rebels offense.
Yeah, if we look back to the keys of the game, I think they took care of most of them. If you would have told me that you'd hold Bradshaw under 100 yards and keep Lyman to 6 points in the game, I'd say we got this game. But we did seem to shoot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. They're deep inside Lyman territory.
Yeah, and it's just the finish. You got to finish off drives. And it's been tough for the last 3 weeks for us to just finish off drives. We scored 12 in the first half of the Cokeville game, and then we scored none in the second half. And it's just been kind of an issue going all the way back to Lovell where we were shut out. We've been shut out 2 of our last 3 games. Our offense has been stymied both of those times, and they really got to find a way to break through next week against Pinedale. They need to have a big day before we head into the 8-man tournament.
I would agree.
Although it's different in the 8-man tournament because you take players off the field, but you still want to go into the playoffs on a high note.
You do, and we need to send out some prayers to Hunter Pace as his parents have decided to take him to get some medical attention. We hope he's well, and we wish him the best.
Yeah, there's a lot more to life than football right now for Hunter Pace, and hopefully he'll be all right. This has been the Post-Game Diagnostics Report sponsored by Stacy's Repair. When you need a repair, take it to the ones who truly care. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff. Stay tuned for the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau calendar update. You listen to a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Football on 98.3 FM and online at mylocalradio.com.
When you think about Bear Lake, think family, fun, fishing, beaches, boats, green, and great food. Think water, wildlife, trails, and shakes, snow, scenery, and sun. Think summer. Go to bearlake.org and plan your visit today. Visit Scenic Idaho.
Whether you're kicking up the dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft, large and small, to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all. On-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your next adventure at epicrecreation.net.
At Rich School District, we believe that success motivates individuals, and every student is capable of learning. We believe an effective classroom facilitates learning. We believe in the development of lifelong learners, and we believe that a quality education makes a difference. Student involvement equals student success. Currently, 93% of Rich High students participate in extracurricular activities. Rich School District, providing a quality, well-rounded education for each student.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back to the Epic Recreation Postgame Show. Make your next vacation epic. Visit epicrecreation.net. We are broadcasting live from the Les Schwab Plains Tires broadcast booth, and it's time for the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau calendar update. And we are indeed going to have the Rebels volleyball game later today, as the football game is only a 2-hour football game, very quick, not a lot of passes thrown incomplete, as we're going to have the volleyball game. And then for the football team, their next broadcast, we'll have volleyball tonight, and then we'll have volleyball tomorrow as we welcome in the Lyman Eagles volleyball team to the gym, as we're going to play them in the second matchup of the year. Of course, they are defending state champions as well. And then next week, we'll wrap up the regular season here at Rich High School with a 4 p.m. start versus Pinedale.
The other thing you have next week, Tuesday, is Region Cross Country being hosted by Manila. So the young men and young ladies cross country team will be in action for the region title.
When you're thinking about spending some time at beautiful Bear Lake, make sure you visit the Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau website. They have great information about year-round activities, places to stay, eat, and more. Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau, Bear Lake, Utah, and Idaho. Plan your next vacation today. Once again, the final score on today's Station on Main scoreboard is the Eagles 6, the Rebels 0. Tune in for coverage of the next Rich High School football game on Friday at 4 p.m. next Friday when the Rebels take on Pinedale. We'll be on the air with our pregame show at about 3:30. Until then, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. No portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on MyLocalRadio.com.